Switching gears now, Moscow has sent out a loud and clear message to Kyiv, Europe and Washington. Russia is preparing for a long war if Ukraine and its backers abandon dialogue, and it is doing so by expanding the ground operations across the battlefield, deploying new missiles and air defense systems, all under a nuclear shadow. The Russian president, in fact, told an expanded meeting of Russia's defense ministry that Russian forces are maintaining what he called the strategic initiative across the entire front line. The Russian leader saying Russian troops have captured more than 300 settlements this year, more than 300, including parts that he said Ukraine had turned into fortified strongholds. That's what he says. Now, while the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine is saying that Russia has deployed around 710,000 troops for a large-scale strategic offensive against Kyiv, that's not even all. Putin, on the other hand, warning that Moscow can further accelerate its offensive and expand a security buffer zone, insisting that the objectives of Russia's special military operation will be achieved. He cautioned that Russia would seize more territory if Kyiv and European leaders continue to reject the US-backed peace proposals. Putin also stressing on the role of Russia's strategic nuclear forces, saying that they remain central to deterrence and what he described as the global balance of power. On the battlefield and beyond, the war continues unabated. According to Russia, at least 3 people were killed, several others were injured in an overnight Ukrainian drone attack in the Rostov region. The strike sparked a fire in a residential building in Bataysk city. Putin also announced that the Orishnik missile system will be placed on combat duty by the end of 2025. The system, remember, was used for the first time in Ukraine in November 2024. He also confirmed successful tests of the Burevestnik strategic cruise missile and the Poseidon unmanned underwater vehicle, underscoring Russia's continued focus on advanced strategic weapons. Now, according to Russian media, the defense minister announced that the 1st Regiment equipped with the S-500 Prometheus system has officially entered combat duty. The S-500, remember, is a next-generation air and missile defense system designed to counter threats from aircraft to advanced ballistic missiles. And reports say the S-500 is expected to remain operational for at least 25 years and can intercept missiles with ranges up to 3,500 kilometers, including intercontinental ballistic missiles, in their terminal and mid-course phases. The military upgradation is not just limited to Moscow, of course. In neighboring Poland, Warsaw announced that US Patriot air and missile defense systems have achieved full combat readiness to help counter missiles, aircraft, drones, marking a major development in both the country's defense modernization efforts as well as NATO's Eastern Front. And speaking of what's happening on the diplomatic front, the Kremlin has said that Russia is preparing to contact the United States for procuring details about the US talks with the European powers and Ukraine on a possible peace settlement to end the war. And all of this happening amid reports that US and Russian officials will be meeting in Miami this weekend itself. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.